So we're past official launch. We're at like 5 days in early access at this point. Team Affinity is where a lot of you guys are looking for some great cards, and there are a lot of great cards, but there's also, how do I say this, some bad ones in the mix, and I'm gonna tell you which ones to pick first. You get all of them. Thank you, SGS. So kind, so generous. We appreciate it. They certainly didn't do it last year. So we're talking about it today. Leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Appreciate all the love on the Gomer Simpson channel. And let's get into it. So it is broken down a lot like MLB The Show 21's Team Affinity by division. You got the AL East, the NL East. We have a full video on the channel talking about the best way to dissect and the fastest way to get Team Affinity done as well. Make sure to check that out. For example, Conquest not only gets you progress on the American League East, it also gives you progress on the National League East, which is probably the best division and the division we're going to start with here. So I've had a chance to use a handful of the charisma, a lot of the captain, through ranked BR events at this point. We'll start with captain cards. There's 5 in the AL East. I'll be honest, it's a little hit or miss, but a lot of miss. Like former Twins great Miguel Soto, a lot of misses, a lot of swings and misses. Lord, do I not miss that. Adley Rutschman here for the Orioles. I'll be honest, it's kind of a miss, and it pains me truly to say that. He's a switch hitter, yes. He's got 5 quirks and catcher pop time, which is gonna really make that 98 fielding, 95 arm stand out. Although arm strength, blocked are the only 2 I really care about for catchers. Pretty good speed for a catcher, switch hitter. He just can't really hit. I mean, even against his strong side, 95-80 really isn't going to get any girl to, show him your tits. That's not that good. And 56-58 certainly isn't even going to get you a word in. Just going to be an bye. Chris Sale here. He is Chris Sale. Some people really like his cards. Obviously, he's getting a little up there in age, 34. And Chris Sale looks like something hurts. That or he's taking a shit on the mound there. 4 pitches, a sinker. That motion is really the key to Chris Sale. He's probably 1A, 1B with Alek Manoah, another pitcher. I've really been liking him so far. He's got a sinker, another 4-pitch mix. Personally, I just drew a bit better with the big fella. It could be the 113 pitch clutch. Remember, pitch clutch is a stat that matters this year when runners get on base. He's been good. I've really been enjoying him. Shane McClanahan is kind of in that same mark of those guys where you just really need them to have a meta pitch mix, and he does not. Everybody with eyes can understand he's a great pitcher in real life, but not really on the game right here. It just does not translate, sadly. And then Aaron Judge. He's a good DH, I'll say that. He's a very good DH. He's got 9 quirks. But are you playing this to get a designated hitter? That's up to you. He's got 113, 116 power. It's a little tough to make contact with the 45 vision, 76 contact depth, but if you do, it's going 500 feet, damn it. So if you need a hitter, I get him. Pitcher, these 2 for sure. A little rapido there. That took a little long. Cedric Mullins, very good swing. We all know this. Excellent defense in center field. He's got 1 quirk, and his hitting stats just aren't quite up to snuff with some of the other guys. So I think he's got to be the last pick, even though I love his swing. It's crazy to say. Rafi Devers, he's the number 1 for me. He's so good at everything except defense. What do you know, Red Sox fans? He's getting better. He's improving. 76 out of 97 Devers, a little unfair. I get him gold defense, but he kills the ball against righties. And surprisingly has good pop against lefties too. That 76 power deceives you. Really loving his card. Giancarlo Stanton. I wouldn't pick him quite yet. I would pick Wander Franco first. He's a shortstop, switch hit and swing, max contact left. He's got 4 quirks to his name. Good enough power, but you're certainly gonna run into the old line out issue with this bad boy. Solid defense, and again, the swing is just so sweet. Stanton, again, do not even consider. We tried putting a team full of slow fuckers, an absolutely abysmal speed team in the outfield. We did not win. We did not have the best experiences, and I was upset after the game. So if you don't want to be upset, don't put Stanton in the outfield. Leave him to DH. That is where he's gonna shine. only get the good, not any of the bad. And the Bo Bichette, high contact, pretty good power too. The defense a little bit lower, the speed a little bit lower, and no quirks. Makes Bo Bichette a sad boy. Moving on to the National League East here. Again, like I said, the best division probably. Austin Riley, easy best captain card of the game. We got him parallel 2 already. Check these gaudy stats a little bit. 2,000 OPS, 8 bombs in 22 at-bats. He's got good enough speed. You can play him corner infield or outfield. So good. Second, I would probably take Sandy Alcantara, although he's not the best of the bunch. 70K per 9. He's not going to get a ton of swing and misses. He got a pretty good pitch mix. 99 four-seam, 99 sinker with the outlier right there. Pretty good, but not excellent. Not like top-tier pitcher at launch here. Josiah Gray, absolute bottom-tier pitcher. He's got 5 pitches at least. Sadly, just, again, is one of those guys that do not translate. Again, this is a crime against humanity. Please, whatever they have against JT Realmuto, I would appreciate if you stop it. Why does everybody hate this man? You guys saw the clip of him getting ejected the other night because the umpire was throwing a tissy. Ridiculous, man. The Pete Alonso, just not great. No vision, no contact, no speed, no defense. He's got power though, man, but not a whole lot of it. 101, 108. There's certainly better options there. The charisma cards for the NL East is where we really start to cook. Acuna, 100 plus righties, 90 plus lefties, gold defense, max arm, 90 plus speed, great swing, 3 quirks. You got to pick him first. Next up, shocker, we're picking Jeff McNeil. He's a super utility guy, infield, outfield, max fielding, incredible swing. 115 plus contact, 111 vision and clutch with 9 quirks. Try him. He is ridiculous. Joey Meneses, one of the most underrated cards out there, one of the most underrated players out there too. Ton of contact, good power. Keep him at first base, I'll say. That defense is not going to shine. Same thing with his buddy here, Rhys Hoskins. 41 speed, 50 arm strength. I don't know. He's going to have to hand it off like a baton in track and field to get the ball in. But he hits the ball. 72 contact, right? It's tough, but everything else damn good. And then Jorge Soler, no fielding. Again, no fielding. Contact a bit low, but he's an excellent designated hitter. I would probably pick him last. Him and Rhys Hoskins running the poor race right there. Liam Hendricks, prayers up to him. He got diagnosed with leukemia, and he didn't get rewarded with a very good card for it. 99 four-seam and 2 breaking balls. It's just really tough to use guys like this in game. We got Justin Bieber right here. 5 pitch mix. He doesn't have a sinker, but he has a cutter, which is like the next best thing. But he throws 93 on the four-seam on a good day. It's just a little tough. Not a huge fan of that card either. I'll be honest, I don't think there's a great pick in here. You got Miguel Cabrera, whose hitting stats are fine, but the guy's got 10 speed and 47 fielding. I don't know. I guess at DH maybe, but he doesn't really have the power to hit the ball over the fence regularly. You don't want this guy on base, so maybe just hit a single and then sub him out. Put in Buxton to pinch run. 95 speed. It's just the clutch, the vision, the contact. It's great power, great fielding. Like I said, there's just not a great card in here. The AL Central Captain Pack is rough. Wipe your ass with sandpaper rough. You get 76 hit per 9. Not a fan. Maybe just quick sell all of them. I know that sounds mean, but at least we pick up speed here. Eloy Jimenez, not quite the best because we have Javier Baez. Damn it, this card art looking sick. 120, 108 power against lefties. 87, 96 against righties. 85 vision is a damn sugar coat and a half. They're glazing my boy Baez right here. He's got gold defense, diamond defense at parallel 2, can play a ton of positions. He's so good. We're looking at Eloy Jimenez, again, a DH extraordinaire. On the fringe of where you could maybe test him in the outfield, but I wouldn't do it. I keep him at DH, and you go do a damn good job of it. 5 quirks, 110 plus power, great contact right. He's got an excellent swing and max clutch damn near at launch is crazy. Bobby Witt Jr., or Bobblewit Jr., as we like to call him. 65 fielding is tough to use at the premier position of shortstop, but he's max speed. He makes up for it. Good enough hitting stats, 122 clutch, but only one quirk. Ton of better shortstops to go with. Tristan McKenzie, Joe Ryan, I guess Joe Ryan right here. Pitch mix, not ideal. 4 of them, none of them particularly good, only throws 94, but he has 106 hit per 9, which is decent. T-Mac here, T-Mac. Good old 6'5", 165 weight. Makes KD look like a sumo wrestler out there. Again, it's the 106 hit 9, but the pitch mix is just gross. In a bad way. In a bad way. The NL Central right here, the captain cards, it's pretty good. You have a couple very, very strong contenders. Ian Happ, one of my best cards in the game. Again, just like Austin Riley, 2,000 plus OPS through over 20 at-bats. The switch hitting swing, the versatility to play infield and outfield. And he crushes the ball. I promise you, he has way more power than what it says on the card. That's a goddamn lie. Next up, I'd probably pick Corbin Burns. He's always really good in game, and no difference here. He's got 80 plus on hit K and BB9, 93 on hit per 9. Great mix, sinker cutter combo, 97 mile an hour cutter. He's a day player, so start him during the day when you pick your games at home. Good card, definitely go and pick him second or first if you need starters. McCutchen, low key underrated. He definitely does not have 85 speed in 2023 of the year of our Lord, but hey, it kills lefties. 95, 117, eats them for lunch. Glad to see him back in Pittsburgh. Hopefully he can kind of revitalize his career. Maybe stick around for a couple more if he does well enough. Next up, I'd probably go... I get Joey Votto's cool. He's got a great swing. Use him as a bench bat versus righties. He will not do you wrong. And then finally, Wainwright. Wayno, man, the per 9s aren't really there. He's got sinker cutter combo, but they both go as fast as changeups for most pitchers. So, do with that information what you will. For their charisma cards, they've definitely got a couple good ones. I'd say Yelich is probably the best. 100 plus or 95 plus on basically all offensive attributes. He's got 80 speed, 75 fielding. Pretty good. Sadly, he's kind of fallen off the last couple years, so only gets 2 quirks, but he'll get back up. I believe in the Yelly revitalization. Tommy Edman, do not sleep. I know he doesn't have the power. I know he doesn't have the biggest name, but in the community, he's going to earn it. He's got 92, 102 contact, another switch hitter. They're very, very important, especially early game, to have that switch hitting ability. 2 quirks, 90 plus speed. Try him out. He's got a sweet swing on top of it. I would go Marcus Stroman. Again, that sinker cutter combo is really going to pay dividends early game. If you got it, you're probably one of the better pitchers in the game. Just an easy thing to look for. The 109 BB9 pinpoints a bitch this year. He's going to be putting it on the black. Next up, it probably maybe go Hunter Green. Just use him as a reliever out of the rotation because he's got outlier. If this was a reliever card, he wouldn't be half bad, but I don't know how long he's going to go. The first 5 at-bats might go smooth, but then they kind of figure him out. His BP afterwards. Ke'Bryan Hayes, he's got the great defense, just the stats, just not up to snuff. 73 arm is not great at third base. He cannot play any secondaries. Power is really weak for these charisma cards, and he only gets 1 quirk. So sadly, they butchered my boy. He deserves better. Captain cards for the AL West, the best. I'm not saying Ohtani. I'm going to say Altuve. Shield your eyes, Yankee fans. Yes, it's the Hobbit himself. 104, 93 against lefties. Okay, 1-hit wonder. But, hey, man, knocked in a run, too. How about that? Plays way above his attributes against such a small strike zone. 75 speed, the defense. Pretend it's not there. Ohtani's a close second. He's just not that great of a pitcher in game, especially with the per 9s that he has here. He does not have outlier on this particular card. Still going to throw 100 maybe on that fastball sometimes. Cutter, splitter, decent pitch mix, but not quite great. You're getting him for the hitting. He can play outfield well enough. He's going to have common fielding when you put him into secondary. 86 speed is good, but it's not going to make up for 50 2 reaction that he's going to have. I DH him, and he's not that great of a hitter as is on this card. 40 vision. The power at top end at 89. Come on, you can juice it a little bit up. And shohei fucking ohtani. Martin Perez is the next one for the Rangers. Again, sinker cutter combo. It is good for you. Try him out. I don't know what this is. I promise you, Paul Sewald, nobody's calling your name. Again, in case, good pitcher in real life, but in game, 2 fastballs and a slider, all going at like relatively similar velocities, is going to get butchered. It's going 500 feet dead center. And then Seth Brown. I don't know. Don't take those 2. The charisma cards, we pick it up. Jeremy Pena, maybe the best of all. 110, 102 against lefties, 89, 92 against righties, 87 vision, 100 clutch, max fielding at shortstop, diamond level in the infield, 99 speed, and a couple quirks. Why not? Eugenio Suarez, this card might be there just based out the card art alone. Plays a pretty good Silver Shield shortstop, which is a very good luxury considering he has 100 plus clutch and he has 121 max power versus right. Good enough contact. I was absolutely hitting tanks with this live series card in BR. I can only imagine what that one can do. I'll go Taylor Ward here. He's got great speed, great defense, 97 contact both ways. He's balanced. He has a couple quirks too. Adolis Garcia, again, this is a guy whose finest was insane last year. No quirks. What the fuck is up with this? He's a damn good player. 74 speed. The vision's kind of low. Contact left is kind of low. A bit tough. Then Paul Blackburn, Paulie B. He's good. Sinker cutter combo, sure. Again, there's just so many pitchers with that sinker cutter combo at that point. I don't think you have to rush out to get him. And then finally, the National League West, ending things off on a tremendously long video right here. Thank y'all for continuing through. We have the best one, I'm going to say, it's between Brandon Crawford and Daniel Bard. Don't sleep. 105, 93, 89, 86. He has very weird speed. 27 for shortstop. It's not a huge deal defensively, more so offensively. It's going to drag you down. Literally, this guy, like, just the Soto shuffle while he's walking. I don't know. He is slow as fuck. And then Daniel Bard, excellent. Max hit per 9 at launch is crazy. The BB9, if you watch the World Baseball Classic, you guys know accuracy is not his specialty. But he's got great pitches. He is outlier on the sinker, 99 four-seam. Really good. I've really been enjoying him so far. Next up, I'd probably say Machado. I'd probably go Manny. Stats just not crazy, but Padres team captain. We didn't talk about it, but yeah, you're probably going to use a lot of Padre cards. That also pays effect who you're going to take. Again, I'm not your mother. I don't know what your team looks like. I'm just basing shit off what I see with my own 2 eyes here. Next up, Zach Gallen. Is that crazy? Zach Gallen, 98 hit per 9. He's got a cutter. He throws a 97 up 2 on the four-seam fastball. Kershaw just does not have a good mix in the game at this point. He's very, very hittable. He doesn't really have a good card in game until he gets the sinker, and that is not here. Let's move to the charisma because we chewed it up a little bit there. These 3 are very good. I think the best is Dustin May. It's the Ginger. It's 106 hit 9, 91 K9. He has a real hard sinker at 99, the four-seam at 98, and a cutter and a good breaking slurve. Very good. You gotta get him. These 2, again, Juan Soto is a fan-fucking-tastic hitter. He is going to crush baseballs. He has 6 quirks. That's good. He does not come to the field with a glove. He leaves it at home. He doesn't think he needs it. But play him at DH, and you will reap the rewards from this card. Jock Peterson benefits from that. You do not have to put him at DH. You can just stick him at 1B, and he's going to do a well enough job. Juan Soto is an outfielder. Jock Peterson, I think, is better because he has the versatility and arguably better stats. He only has half the quirks, and he can play an actual position for you. So Jock Peterson, I really like that card. Charlie Blackmon, Chuck Nasty. I don't know how they give him 99 arm. I don't know if they're not watching Rocky games, but I can promise you he doesn't even have half of that in real life. Great swing. Always, of course, Charlie Blackmon is just one of the best, sweetest swings. Just just short. The ball just leaves with Charlie Blackmon. Plays way above attributes. Christian Walker, we're going to put last here. Contact a little bit lower. He's got great fielding, but it's at first base. It's a position that you don't really need the great fielding for. So he's going to be last there. Long video talking about every card in depth, a lot more so than the tier list. We had to get through hundreds and hundreds. I think 380 was the count approximately. Here we just went through 60, so I had a little bit more time to marinate. But let me know in the comments section with the team Affinity who you guys are going after first. Am I wrong? Did I shit on some players that are absolute goods for you? Well, let me know in the comments section. Match up with me and we'll see. Leave a like down below if you guys enjoyed. Plenty more content coming to the Gomer Simpson channel. And thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Here comes out. Yeet.